John in Minneapolis. Hey, John, what's on your mind?
Well, you know, I think it's interesting, different people bringing up the issue about capitalism. That's not what I wanted to talk about, but I think, you know, you could think of capitalism as a horse, and putting a bridle on a horse, you can control it. Otherwise, it just runs all over the place, and it eventually, you know, just destroys itself. I mean,
Right.
That's what happens. And I think that, you know, history has proven that time and time again. How many times do we have to have crashes? How many times do we have to go through the same thing? And I don't know why we can't make that argument. It's a pretty solid argument because history does prove that you have to contain it. And I was really upset in you know, with the move of the Prime Minister of Greece to you know, it looks like he is just caving in, and he is going to allow the Eurozone to dictate to Greece, you know, these terms which are unbearable. They literally are in a position where they are in what we would call a depression.
Their unemployment rate right now is worse than it was in 1933.
That's right, and
worse than it was here in 1933, for that matter.
Right, and you know, so the problem is for democracy is that, you know, people have had the taste of the good life in the last 100 years, and we're not going to just go back and crawl into some, you know, 19th century oligarchical kind of system where we have no power, no rights, and where, you know, we're just become impoverished. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And these arrogant idiots that think that they can get away with this, they're just dreaming, because in the end, I think they're going to cause what you would call a revolution, because people are going to get to the point where they just don't want to take it anymore. You know what I mean?
I do.
You know,
and I agree.
And I wanted to talk about Scott Walker, and, you know, because I'm here in Minnesota, and it makes me really nervous. Now, we do have a progressive governor here, but, you know, the same kind of political structure exists, or the landscape, a geography. And, you know, I remember seeing Coke Exposed and how they played on that nascent prejudice and, you know, of people in outstate Wisconsin, and they can do the same here, and it already exists.
Yeah. This is their strategy to take over every single state, and it's an astonishing thing. And they so redistricted Wisconsin that even though the Democrats running for state offices took 60% of the vote, they only got 34% of the seats.